Thank you, and welcome to A Recipe of Hope, series number 5. I am so happy to see Viking Terry and Keller Girl stop in to chat and hang out. If you are still here, please let us know. Let me know in the comments. Throw an emoji. I always say, oh, it's always good to throw an emoji out to let me know you're there, and I will acknowledge you. Right now, I got Viking Terry and Keller Girls, the number one and top two crowned folks in chat. So that was pretty cool. Thank you for being there. My name is George, if you don't know, with George's Hot Sauce and Barbecue. This I've been basically an influencer, talent, and also I run a business called Nova G LLC, aka doing business as George's Hot Sauce for over 10 years. We erected in 2015. And if you enjoy our series, please do subscribe. We are currently at 402 subscribers. Our goal is to get to 500 subscribers and someday be a partner with you too. And trust me, I couldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for all of you amazing folks. I can tell you that right now. Shout out to Keller Girl, who recently is getting the Southern Braised Sauce. That's going to be coming to her as a part of our amazing gold membership and Patreon, which if you stick around later on after the stream, and you want to have table talk with us, we will be over at Patreon where we do our monthly table talk. And Keller Girl recently became the gold member, and then the gold member is unlimited memberships of sauce and seasoning. She is going for the Southern Braised Sauce. Oh, by the way, I forgot to check if my looks like my audio is doing fine, because it would have told me a long time ago something was wrong. So I'm going to make sure my audio is good. I'm getting my nice sip of Peruvian coffee from my favorite coffee shop. And we're going to have a discussion about, once again, the Recipe of Hope, where I've been experiencing or volunteering at a homeless shelter in the kitchen. And in the homeless shelter in the kitchen, I've had an opportunity to meet amazing people of every walk of life. But one of the main things I wanted to explain to y'all, which I did in my community post, I let folks know, hey, what are you learning when you walk into a volunteer place and you basically do, you create servings, 160 plus servings of tea in a cup for 30 something plus people, right? And on top of that, you prepare chayote, which I want to know if anybody in there know what the heck chayote is. If anybody knows what chayote is, let me know in the chat and we will emphasize and talk more about that. But prepping chayote for a meal and also cleaning the grates and all the amazing things that need to be around to maintain. Also cleaning the walk-ins, which you have to basically, when you're cleaning walk-ins, you got to sweep the area, you got to mop it, cleaning the pantry areas. All these small things are great to do. But my question to y'all, if anybody's listening to it, is that what does it teach you as a person who volunteers in a kitchen for the homeless, to work in a dish pit, to do all these things they need to be able to run a service to help others that are in need? Welcome in, Beer Runner, and thank you for being a top crown chatter. Welcome in Isaiah Dasher, W30. Thank you for welcome back. I believe you were before. So doing all these things, what does it teach you about when you work in the kitchen? That's one of the main things I wanted to discuss about, is that what is the value that is bringing to you when you put your time and energy into helping others for a special occasion? I mean, I've actually been around and I listen carefully to individuals who say, hey, I'm here because A, I want to be here, or I have to be here. Either way, you're still doing something positive. Let's keep that in mind. You're still doing something positive. But for me, doing these things are actually helping. I would say for me per se, not only is it inner spiritually helping me, uh, be prepared for, uh, well, not be prepared, but it spiritually helps me for helping others. It also, down the road, is going to definitely give me, what is that? Definitely going to give me a purpose to be able to do other outreaches down the road. But yeah, it's going to give me it's giving me purpose, by the way, y'all. But I'm going to definitely say that doing all these things helps me prepare myself for life and being in charge of running a kitchen. All right. Um, as y'all know, I have experience running a kitchen, and I'm looking more into doing ghost kitchen work. So there's going to be days where it's going to be just me. And I swear, I've had it for moments where I've done events for like 150 people. And there were days where it was just me, So all through these situations, I had to like figure things out. Like, how do I get this stuff done? Because it can be very overwhelming. It can be challenging. But I tell you what, when you are in your divine purpose, when you're doing something you enjoy doing, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. It can be stressful. It can take you there, but if you do not have the opportunity to learn from these, because the first one I've done, I had, things were just wasn't working right. I lost sleep. I lost a lot of sleep in my first event because I didn't have a structure at all on how to do it. I just did it. And that's never a bad thing. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's never a bad thing to just go out there and just do it and see what happens. You're probably gonna fail miserably, but it's all according to how you handle that. I know seeing Beer Runner in there. Beer Runner, give a great example. Beer Runner is starting a business. Beer Runner starting a business, and he's got to put in a lot of time and work to build and get that business prepared. Now, from there, there's going to be times that there's going to be, nothing happening. Possibility. There's times there's going to be a lot happening. Now, probably if I know him, he's going to work very hard to create a grand opening or a soft opening, and that can like get things going when you got a soft opening. But trust me, there were individuals, including me, where I started something and I was like, what am I doing? I just was overwhelmed. I had way too much. Anybody in here ever did anything and got so overwhelmed, let me know in chat. And about probably within the 15 minutes, we will have a question time. But right now we're at the 9-minute spot. But yes, I'm going to say doing all these amazing things, helping to prepare drinks, helping to prepare food for the cook so they can prepare the food in proper time. Trust me, with all the great equipment that they have in that place, food gets done fast, man, because nobody's. This is a health conscious environment, believe it or not. When you're in a kitchen for the homeless, everything is health conscious. So we're not trying to, even though food donated, it can be fried chicken, it can be something barbecue, but most of the time it's roasted, it's steamed. A lot of the foods are well seasoned in a healthy manner because, folks might have too much cholesterol in their life, too much sodium in their life. So there's a healthy balance when it comes to it. But yes, I'm going to say the fact that I put in all the time to be able to, which we're hitting 500 volunteer hours. And I got a great recommendation letter off of the 500 hours that are coming up. And this is something that I can use business-wise for my LLC. So that's going to be a plus on that. So the hard work and determination, yeah, it's going to be a big payoff for that. But most important for me, it helps me be prepared for the bigger things in the run coming up in my life, and that's being prepared to run a full kitchen with a full staff with a whole lot of people. See, one of the greatest gems to drop, though, beer runner, is that I'm sitting in the kitchen with individuals with little to no experience. There's only a kitchen manager and a head cook that's in it that knows everything in there. Everybody else, including me, because I don't introduce myself as a person who's done catering or cooked for a long time. I chose not to do that. It's kind of like an undercover boss kind of vibe going on there, and I do it and I do it to basically to sit back and to learn and have a perspective on things. But at the same time, I want to have opportunity to learn stuff from the very experienced people. And sometimes, running around slamming and telling people who I am and what I do is not going to get you the gems that you're looking for. You know what I mean? So, being in there, I've gotten the opportunity to cut onions better. Believe it or not, the little things do mean a lot. I've learned to cut my onions more efficient, faster, from much more experienced chefs and cooks that are there. And how do I do that? I sit back, I shut my mouth, I just listen, and I ask questions, like as if I've never touched a knife in the world. But it cracks me up, though, because I'll be in there and they'll be like, "You sure you don't have experience cutting a knife?" And I just like to cook at home, and I just tell them that, just keeping it cordial. But today we got to learn something. Like I watched the chefs go outside the box. I thought that was really cool. They actually go outside the box. Like I told you, a lot of their food is donated. Yeah, that food is donated. So one of the great things that you can understand when you are in the kitchen feeding the homeless, you're going to get a whole lot of food coming in. And as a cook or a head chef, you got to figure out the menu on the spot. And that is one of the great things that I got to sit back and learn about, that when you are a chef in the kitchen, people don't understand, when you are a chef, you're the captain, okay? And you earn that opportunity by, number one, going out to buy you have control of what comes in and what comes out and what you create with it. From there, you have a line of cooks, that people that are cooking the food for you, and you're right behind them, guiding them how to do it, right? That's basically what a chef does. A chef is a main captain of the boat. And when these foods come in, you got to think of, and that's what makes it amazing about being in the kitchen for the homeless. These foods come in from everywhere. We have more squash than ever. And one of the main questions I need to ask, which I need to put that down. Let me see if I can do it real quick. Ooh, it's on. Playables is now on the free. We can actually play games on. I went off subject, but I just saw Playables. Y'all don't know about Playables, y'all. Anybody know about Playables? I'm gonna let y'all know. But let me go back to that question. Let me see if I can drop that question. Why is it not allowing me? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. I want to see if y'all know y'all food knowledge. I mean, honestly, I'm cooking for a long time. I get introduced to new foods all the time, and this one busts me. I was like, I know, because I'm a Midwest guy, y'all. So me being in the Southwest, the South area, you get introduced to new stuff. So this is something. Maybe y'all know about it. Educate me. I'm gonna put that right at the top. What the heck is chayote? What the heck is a chayote? We were prepping chayote. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody else got the amazing question, this is Q&A time. We at the 15-minute mark. Once again, if you're just coming in, my name is George. And this is recipe of hope number 5. If you haven't checked out the other recipes of hope, man, please do check it out. Please do subscribe. We're at 402 subscribers now. We're trying to reach 500. We want to hit that. I'm in the sunlight, man. It's like freaking, I don't know. It might have some more electrical stuff to shoot up on here. I think they got some electrical stuff on here now. Chayote is someone's name. Keller Girl said, I have no idea. Nobody knows what. All right, I'm gonna give it one more minute and see who. Keep going. I mean, if you gotta Google it and cheat, go ahead and Google. I'm okay with that. I got my coffee. If you got any Q&As for Recipe of Hope, talking about the great things that we discussed about working in a homeless kitchen for the homeless, and you know, if anybody took the opportunity to do anything to. If you had an opportunity to do anything good for Christmas to help anybody, if you help, please let us know in chat if you did anything amazing to help the folks. The unfortunate, you know, because everybody's out there hurting, y'all. You got folks out there that are depressed. You got folks out there that may not have enough money to eat a good Christmas dinner. You have folks that don't even have a place to stay. So if you've done anything to help, I can give you an example. Today I gave somebody my day pass on my traveling card. I had an extra one. I had like 7 or 8 of them, to be honest with you. But I figured that I would give that to them to get them from somewhere, because I remember in my situation where I didn't have nothing and somebody just gave me something, and they's like, you need an opportunity, pass it down. And that's what I'm doing. I'm passing it down. There you go. Okay, yes, it's a pear-shaped squash. That's what chayote is. And actually, chayote is great for the beer runner, and is amazing dietary structure of what he needs to get out there and run marathons. It's a great tool. It's a great pear-shaped. I think it's technically a fruit. I believe it is. But I had the opportunity actually prepping some today. We chopped them up, and and I ate it raw. You can eat it raw, or you can cook it. It doesn't matter. I think it's a great substitute. For me personally, if you're in a low carb kind of diet lifestyle, you know, you can use that as a secondary side dish to substitute for carbs. I'm going to say it's a what's the fancy word? Every time I do a live stream. Yeah, technically it's like it's a tasteless fruit. It's like, it looks like squash, but it's shaped like a pear. And when you cut it, the texture is like a pear, but it has it's very extremely low in sugar. It has a good texture, like you biting into a pear. But the flavor is little to no flavor at all. Like, what's so cool about it is you can make it whatever you want. You can turn it into a dessert if you want to. You know, you can add butter and sugar. You can add something sour. You can add something salty. You can make it into whatever you want. To me, it's like mushrooms. Mushrooms has got that one distinct flavor, but, you know, at the end of the day, a little butter and salt can go a long way for a dish like that. So it's however you want to make it, but I think it's a very healthy substitute for the carb-friendly people, even me as a type 2 diabetic. I think it's a very, very helpful fruit or vegetable, or fruit used as a vegetable, one of the two. But I think it's something really cool that you can combine with eggplant. You can make like a casserole with it. I think you can turn it into like spiral noodles or something, just like you do regular squash or zucchinis and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many little cool things you can do with it. But yeah, chayote, check it out. And yes, in Texas, apparently chayote is a thing, and people do eat with it. Mainly in the Mexican culture, they use chayote. So if you get to hang out with some of your friends, eat some authentic food, yeah, you'll definitely get to experience the chayote moment. Yep, they can be found in grocery stores like Walmart, Kroger. Yeah, I'm going to say it's very popular in the Southwest. I think that's the best way for me to say it. It's got to be because in the Midwest we've never seen chayote, and if we do, it's going to be like a special edition. It's probably in a corner somewhere. But yeah, I've nowhere in my culture of eating with my family. I mean, if I brought chayote out, they're gonna think I'm being super bougie and fresh and new, and they'll be all uncomfortable and junk. Like, why are you trying to feed me this? You know we like collard greens and cornbread and green beans. What are you doing? I would get that. So I have to be very careful introducing new things into my family. How about y'all? Do you ever have a family like that where you just they won't accept the new things? For real, man. So yeah, you gotta ease it in real nice. I would probably turn it into like something sweet and inviting with cinnamon and butter or something. Just like a pear, right? You can cook pears. I would cooked apples. I would do it the same way. Now I've had it with salt and pepper and garlic and stuff, and it's just as good personally, like eating green beans or whatever. All right, we're hitting the 21-minute mark. I hope that y'all have been enjoying this moment. I really appreciate y'all for experiencing and listening to my segments about the experience of volunteering in the kitchen for the homeless. Um, like today, being in there, I volunteered this morning, and I run into some amazing folks. I think I mentioned to before in the last episode, I got to talk to people, every walks of life, that's lived a challenging life. Or they had a very great life. A lot of people in there are very fortunate to, have things. So what do? They come into the kitchen to serve and to help others because they're living a very fortunate life, and they know folks out there are not living their fortunate life. So I have opportunities to talk to like senior vice presidents. I've got an opportunity to talk to managers for companies. Also, I got to talk to people who work a hard, 9 to 5, who actually find the time to come in and help because it gets them away from the tough life of work. Just to go out there and give and help people actually brings something jovial to their heart. So there's so many amazing people you meet in the walks of life. I highly encourage all of y'all to take a time, look for an outreach, look for a place where you're helping somebody, where it's to help people who got cancer or senior citizens or folks that are without. Find that niche, that zone, something close to your heart that you want to help with, and go out there and do it. It's very good spiritually and mentally. If you want to continue having this conversation, be ready for the next phase. If you haven't joined Patreon, please do join Patreon. You can join for free, and you got access up to 14 days when you join for free. If you don't join for free, no problem. You can join you can just watch as a person just checking it out. You get 7 days of cool content out of 600 plus, because that's my beautiful digital catalog structure. In that digital catalog of great content, you'll get to hear me talking to amazing people like Kelly Girl, Beer Runner. Believe it or not, when you show up in chat, this is like a live action audience. You actually get this show and listen to outside as an episode in social media. So once I get done with my lives, I do air these each month. And so you get an opportunity to actually sit down when you're in your car, or you are in the kitchen cooking something, or at work chilling, and you can, if somebody is out there actually listening to us hang out and chat. So it's happening out there. If you don't believe me, go to Spotify. If you don't believe me, check out the George's Hot Sauce. Not only is it on the YouTube, but it's also known. Come on back. We're also known on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere, y'all. So the content is getting out there, and I appreciate y'all for being a part of it. all the time. Keller Girl, I can't wait till you get that Southern Brace sauce. Matter of fact, I've got a recipe coming up using the Southern Brace sauce. That sauce is great for marinating. We had a great opportunity to share a recipe earlier, a couple months ago, for the lemon garlic peri peri. The lemon garlic peri peri, we actually did a marinade Peruvian chicken base off the lemon garlic peri peri. So if you haven't had that opportunity, especially if you already are a member, chances are if you're a free member, you don't have access to the e-cookbook. But if you are a paying member at $3 and up, you will have access to the e-cookbook. It is in there. We shared it for free for 7 days. 14 days to our free members. So check that out, man. Every month we always display a great recipe due to the sauces and seasonings that we have. We go up to ghost pepper sauces. And as Keller Girl knows, we reward our members for being a monthly supporter and annual supporter. So, and it's real good. She just recently got the Georgia's Hot Sauce badge. She's got the Saucetribe badge. Great picture you share with me of that. We got coffee mugs, we got T-shirts, we got all kind of stuff. But I know that learning throughout the years that providing these amazing merchandise that's connected to everybody who enjoys the Georgia's Hot Sauce brand, it's only really cool to have when you are a part of that clique, you know what I'm saying? When you're in that inner circle, those individuals, and I really appreciate y'all taking photos with it and sharing your recipes and helping the e-cookbook club grow to 66 plus recipes. I mean, we're booming right now when it comes to the e-cookbook. I'm so happy that came out. If you are into direct supporting, we do have it set up. I'm getting it set up where people can directly, so if they wanted like a bottle of hot sauce direct, I can actually send it to them direct now. We're preparing that in the Patreon as we speak. Then eventually, once I get through my situation and get reestablished back on the website, then we'll go back to opening the online store. But I really wanted everything to start opening up in the main, because the Patreon Beyond the Kitchen is our primary area, y'all. So that's where everybody, even the people who are clientels, I'm sending them all to the Patreon, because all it takes is just them to put your email address in for connection, and that way you can stay connected with me. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to chat with me 24/7, but if you join our Discord community and you hang out with me during my live streams, that's when the opportunity to chat with me one-on-one. And also the perks that we have is that when you're a part of our Discord and a part of our chat zone group and Patreon, you can chat with me one-on-one, throughout the week or on the weekends. I will be in the chat zones on the weekends, per se, on Discord, where I play a lot of our previous content. And also we do games, we hang out, we chat, we share photos, we share events. If you have like with Beer Runner, he has a great platform. We have a server where you can actually share your lives. He also shares he's a TikToker, and he likes to do his live streams on TikTok. So we actually go over and check out his live streams on TikTok. If you have a YouTube channel, we have a great YouTube community as well as a Discord community, but you're more than welcome. I've had people from, that I've chatted with on Discord and Instagram, and they don't even know what the heck a Discord is. And only thing I can tell them is like, do what I had to do. I didn't know what a Discord was either. I had to go look it up. I had to go actually study it and look at a video to understand it. All right. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Look at the tops. I'm going to say here, the top 1 and 2, we got Viking Terry, Keller Girl, Beer Runner. I want to make sure that I put y'all down as the top 3, and one of y'all got to come out with something special for being in that top. I appreciate y'all for popping through and hanging out with us. Another great, amazing episode. I hope this episode blows up. And I always tell everybody, y'all, stay consistent, believe in yourself, keep pushing, take your time. Delayed gratification is what it's all truly about. And if you ain't got time for that, then chances are what you're looking for, little to nothing, it may not happen. It It may not happen. But hey, keep it up. Proud of everybody for doing what y'all do. Proud of everybody for taking the time to come in and say what's up. I got to go. I'll see y'all over at Table Talk. Peace out.